Do you feel scared when you speak English? Do your hands shake? Does your heart beat fast? You're not alone. In today's story, meet Amina, a girl who was afraid to speak English but found a way to become brave. This is a simple, true-to-life story in easy English, and maybe it will help you take your first step to speaking confidently. My name is Amina. I live in a small, quiet town in Bangladesh. I have always loved the English language. Since I was a child, I enjoyed reading English storybooks. I liked writing small poems and essays in English too. My teachers always said, "Amina, your writing is very good." But there was one big problem: I was afraid to speak English. Whenever I tried to speak, my voice shook. My hands got cold. I felt butterflies in my stomach. I worried, what if I say the wrong word? What if people laugh at me? My brain knew English, but my mouth forgot everything when it was time to speak. One day, in school, our English teacher asked us to speak about our favorite hobby. I was excited. I thought I would say, "My favorite hobby is painting. I love to paint flowers and trees." But when I stood up, I froze. My mouth opened, but no words came out. I whispered, "My hobby is, I like." And then I went silent. Everyone looked at me. Some smiled kindly, but a few students giggled. I sat down quickly. My face was red. I felt small and embarrassed. That evening, I sat on my bed and cried a little. I thought, maybe I will never speak English. Maybe English is not for me. I felt like a failure. But then my older brother, Karim, came to my room. He sat beside me and asked, "What happened?" I told him everything. He listened carefully and said something I will never forget. "Amina, fear is like a shadow. If you turn towards the light, the shadow becomes small. If you run from it, it becomes big. Don't run from your fear. Walk through it." I didn't understand him fully at that time, but his words touched my heart. The next day, he gave me a funny idea. He said, "Try talking to the mirror. Stand in front of it and say anything in English. Tell the mirror about your day or what you ate for lunch." I laughed and said, "That's silly." But he replied, "Just try. Don't judge yourself." So I tried it. I stood in front of the mirror and said, "Hello, my name is Amina. I ate rice and fish today. I am a little nervous." I laughed at my own face in the mirror. But strangely, I felt happy. I did it again the next day. Then again the day after. Slowly, my fear became smaller. I made a plan to overcome my fear. I told myself, I will not give up. I will make English my friend. Step 1. Talk to yourself in English. I started talking to myself. In the morning, I said, "Good morning, Amina. How are you today?" At night, I said, "Today was a good day. I learnt 3 new words." Sometimes I cooked and spoke. "I am cutting the onion. Now I am making tea." It was fun. Step 2. Listen, repeat, and imitate. I began listening to English podcasts and short YouTube videos. I chose simple ones with clear pronunciation. I listened and repeated like a child learning to speak. I copied their tone, pauses, and words. I even practiced tongue twisters like, "She sells seashells by the seashore." Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I made mistakes, laughed at myself, and tried again. Step 3. Join a speaking group. I searched online and found a small English speaking group on Facebook. They had weekly video meetings. I was shy at first, but I joined as a listener. After a few weeks, I introduced myself. "Hello. I am Amina. I love books and painting." Everyone clapped. One girl said, "Wow, you speak well." That one kind comment gave me hope. Step 4. Accept mistakes as friends. Before, I was afraid of mistakes. Now, I welcomed them. When I said he go to school instead of he goes to school, I laughed and corrected myself. I realized that even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. Mistakes are not bad, they are teachers. Step 5. Use English daily. I changed my phone language to English. I wrote my diary in English. I watched cartoons and movies with English subtitles. My world slowly became an English world. The big day. 1 month later, our school had an English speaking day. My teacher said, "We need volunteers to give a short speech." My heart said, "Don't do it." But my hand went up. I couldn't believe it. On the stage, I looked at the crowd and said, "Good morning. My name is Amina. Today, I want to talk about something important, fear." My voice was not perfect. I forgot a few words. But I kept going. I finished my speech with a smile. Everyone clapped. My teacher nodded proudly. I felt like I had won a gold medal. That day, I didn't just speak English, I beat my fear. Today, I help others. Now, I run a small English speaking club in my town. We meet every Sunday. We speak, make mistakes, learn new words, and encourage each other. When new learners say, "I'm afraid," I say, "I understand. I was afraid too. But if I can do it, so can you." Final thoughts. A simple message. Speaking English is not about being perfect. It's about being brave. Speak slowly. Use simple words. Make English a part of your life. Don't stop because of fear. Remember, fear is like a locked door. But the key is always in your hand. So open the door. Speak your first sentence. Then your second. And one day, you will speak without fear, just like me.